We in the building. We in this bitch. We in the building, bitch. We in the building. We in this bitch.
Finally, we took a week off, so I need y'all in the fucking chat to get your asses ramped the fuck up. Pause. Okay. I need y'all to get your asses ramped up because finally RZeroB and PTAN. You know what he knows. New York Giants football, Big Dash knows, have come back to Giants Talk, which ultimately means for you Rudy Poo, Seagull Assin Philadelphia Eagle fans, and for you steer driving, sit on the antlers riding Dallas Cowboys.
And for you dirty, nasty, stinking, filthy, fucking disgusting piece of shit ass Washington, what's my name again? Commanders? That's stupid.
That's right.
Y'all suck. And I hate your guts.
You damn
Can't
right.
stand
you know what you guys were, Washington? You were the rebound chick after me and my girl just broke up on a Friday night. We needed you for just a night. But now it's all over. Lose my fucking number. Don't hit me up. We ain't hanging out. We ain't boys. We ain't friends.
We'll never get monetized. Fuck you.
And I want to say all of that because we are streaming finally on the BGN, which should be changed to the NYG network, baby, because the New York Giants won on Sunday, while the rest of you cockamini fans lost. You don't really matter, Washington. You don't.
Fuck
really
you,
matter.
Washington.
Okay. Now, in today's show, well, first and foremost, before I give you all the breakdown, first and foremost, smash that fucking like button. Helps the video get notice. Okay. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on those bell notifications so that you, the one sitting on the couch right there, about to take a sip of your Mountain Dew, the new one, the what is it? The new
fruitcake. I want to fight people who want to drink this fruitcake soda. What is wrong with this country?
Fruitquake. Yeah, you. The one that's got the Cheetos on your lap, the Fruitquake Mountain Dew on your right, about to take a sip. Turn on those bell notifications so that you cockamini son of a bitch don't miss another upload because they're important. Second, see this man right down here, y'all? See this guy right down here? He's about to hit 1K subscribers on fucking YouTube. Don't worry. I know he's sexy. I know he's good looking. He'll tell you where you can find his ass. But when he tells you, hit that fucking subscribe button because he hitting 1K. We're going to talk about them Houston Texans. We're going to talk about coming home OBJ. We're going to give our evaluations, and we're going to talk a little Daniel Jones. I talk a lot about this motherfucking Monday through Friday.
A whole fucking lot.
A whole fucking lot. So I'm going to talk about him again. We're going to dive into the Detroit Lions game.
Talk about them.
And the keys to the victories. So get your beer, your water, your milk, your juice, your fruit quake, whatever you want to grab.
I'll slap it out of your hand.
Go ahead and grab that shit because you are about to get entertained by the jabroni beating. Ow! Pie eating, trailblazing, eyebrow raising, New York Giants 7-2, Detroit Lions about to come through. Get your candy ass whipped if you smell what RZeroB, PTA, and Big Dash knows. Knows what? Knows New York Giants football.
Let's go.
Is cooking.
I wasn't prepared.
Yo, totally PTA, what's up, baby?
It's totally
First and
different life.
foremost, congratulations to my brother, man. My brother, man. He about to have two. I said he about to have two. I said he about to have two of them things. So he gonna need all of your prayers, cause he ain't got enough money to feed two more mouths. So we need more subscribers and likes. Let's go! Congratulations to my boy Rob, man. Congratulations,
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate
about to have you.
appreciate
About to have you twins. That's crazy, man. Good stuff, man. I'm so happy for you.
Congratulations.
Crazy.
I was serious about all the
bought
fucking
it.
subscriptions and likes, by the way, just because we need that shit. You know what I'm saying? More mouths. We got more mouths.
That's double diapers. That's double formula. That's
Let
double
go.
bibs.
Let go.
Holy
Let go. Let's
man.
and I just want to give some shout outs real quick. Shout out to Afghanistan. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Randy Gardolia. This is a box, so I'm sure that's some kind of a weird emote that he paid for. Rob, tell her I said the check's in the mail. And I think he liked
checks in the mail. He put in a little bit of extra because we were having two.
Yeah, checks in the mail. So shout out to Randy. Big Blue in the box is in the building. All right. Tudo is in the. Oh my God, Tudo is in here. Tudo.
We got him.
I gotta listen.
Hey, Paisan.
Paisano.
Hey, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy, Tudo. Thank you very much for being here, man. I appreciate your support, man. Thank you so much. Wolves is in the building, and I don't know who was in Paris, but I can tell you who's in the building. The New York football motherfucking Giants, bitches.
Big fact.
That's who's in the motherfucking building. Show me your TD. Y'all think that's fake? No, that's his motherfucker's name. It's Show Me Your TD. And he said he's ready for the smoke. Well, you're going to get some smoke. Chris is up in the building. Certified with Joel. Let me tell y'all about this handsome son of a bitch right here. Okay? This is a handsome fucking guy right here. Joel,
man.
Joel,
Oh my God.
Yo, he got all that hair on his face, man. But when he cut all that shit off, this motherfucker look like a goddamn model. Okay?
Lady Rage in the building. Lady Rage. LRG
in the building. Shout out to Lady Rage. Let's go. All right, man. Listen, I appreciate all y'all who are in the building, man. Hey, Dash, man, how you doing, brother? How's things going?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. The Giants are 7-2. My world is fantastic right now.
Wait, what?
Family's
Dash, say
healthy.
that again.
I said the Giants are 7-2. My world is fantastic right now.
Say it just one more time, baby.
I said the New York football Giants are 7-2. My world is fantastic right now.
Talk to me.
Talk to me.
You got to bring that back a little bit. Like like it was after the Packers game.
Emotions, man.
It was after the Packers game. You were like, talk to me.
I try to stay cool and collective, but y'all gonna bring it out of me. I can tell already. The energy is live right now, man. Don't do it to me, man, because I can get there. Please don't do it to me.
Guys. We're the worst 7-2 team in the NFL. Man. Don't worry.
I can't wait. I can't wait to talk about this shit, man.
We're the worst 7-2 team out there. All right. Let's get into it. Because we got a lot to talk about. Some of it's probably going to take a little bit longer, aka DJ. So let's dive right into it.
It's gonna get hot.
Yeah, it's gonna get hot. It's gonna get hot. It's gonna get heavy. Yeah. I might have to take my Adidas switch. Hey, shout out to Adidas. Adidas, listen, you just signed OBJ. If you need some of these 6 kids, man, I can use some help. Hey
yo, this stream is not brought to you by Yingling, delicious Yingling lager. Okay, it's not brought to you by them, but I drink it and I fucking love it. Okay. And y'all know this by now. Y'all know this is all I drink is Yingling. So somebody tell Yingling that I'm a fan. Okay, I love it. All right, and I'm always willing to accept.
That's right. Yingling the Dingling. What? Pause.
Oh boy,
my bad.
I almost got some in my mouth.
Let's swerve back on the road.
I had to jerk my head back because I almost got some in my mouth.
My bad. I've been spending way too much time on Spaces. It's frying my brain. Anyway. Gosh. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, boys, let's get into it. All right. 7-2 Giants off the bye week. Okay. One person in particular, 5 days a week leading up to the game, let us know that our record off of a bye and before a bye isn't very good.
I wonder who that guy was.
And I'll be honest, this guy at this particular point in time, and I love this man, but he's shooting blanks right now sometimes on some shit. But the New York Giants beat the Houston Texans. Now, I'm not going to say it was a beautiful win because I definitely think we left some drives out there on the field, okay? But I can confidently say that Daniel Jones did not leave those drives out on the field. They were stalled out by penalties that were made, especially on the offensive line. But what I will say is, again, kudos to the coaching staff. Not one offensive penalty in the second half of that football game. Defensively, there were some penalties, but offensively, no penalties in the second half of that football game, which I thought was huge. Time of possession was incredible, well over 30 minutes. Saquon, the beast incarnate. Brock Lesnar, I'm sorry, but you ain't the beast incarnate anymore. Saquon Barkley, the beast incarnate, 152, just a $152. You know,
no big deal. No
big deal. Yeah. $152, 35 rack carries. You know what I'm saying?
Boy,
I think it was like 5.3 yards a carry average. I'll take that all day long. If I had odds like that, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be selling oil somewhere. Anyway, okay. Big games. All right. We'll go to Dash first because he's our guest. Dash, takeaways from the game, things you like, things that you kind of were like, scratching your head a little bit off the game. And I'll add a second question to that is, how do you think the defense fared without McKinney in the lineup?
So let me start with the second question first. I thought the defense played actually very, very good without McKinney. You could almost say, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it, we didn't miss McKinney like I thought we was going to miss McKinney. Dane Belton stepped up. He got an interception. Julian Love did a great job with the green dot, relaying the calls. And I was happy with how the defense performed. But it's all because of the guys in the front, the big uglies, Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah.
Those two guys right there set the tempo for the game early on. And even the big play by the practice squad guy they brought up, Mundo. That big tackle that he had, those are tone setters. And outside of that big run by Pierce, we were doing pretty good. And I was to the point where I was talking trash in the chat and everything with a few people. But on the offensive side, I still need to talk to Mike Kafka. One thing I do like about Mike Kafka is this. I thought going into the game, okay, now everybody knows about the QB spy on Daniel Jones. So how do we counteract that? And he just said, forget the bootleg. We're going to go jumbo package, pause, and run it down your throats. And I saw, right, big pause, right? Jumbo package, pause. But I saw Nick Gates lined up as a fullback. That's all I need to know, man. That's all I need to see. You got this guy trap blocking in the backfield, number 65. And, it was a physical game. 35 carries for Saquon Barkley. 41 rushes altogether. And, got the job done.
PTA, same questions.
Well, so, all right. I have to start by saying this. I'm having a great time, y'all. I'm having a great time watching the New York Football Giants. Okay. I have to start with that, man, because it's been so long since watching the New York Giants has been fun. Okay.
Agreed.
So let me start there. I can't wait to watch the Giants play football. Like I'm just excited about it because I know I'm gonna see something that I ain't see the Giants do before, and I'm excited. In regards to this game was not pretty at all, and I know there was a lot of people that had some issues, with the fact that we were a little conservative towards that second half of the game.
Talk about it.
I know there was some people that was a little bit concerned. They had some problems.
We were
conservative. All right, cool. But I just gotta remind y'all of something, okay? when it comes to putting nails in coffins, the New York Football Giants are not about that life. They're not. And I'm sorry, I don't care how much of the beast incarnate Saquon Barkley is, how great Daniel Jones is playing in this scheme, because he is playing quite well, and he just had his best game of the year, right? Arguably his best damn game of the year. But
well,
this team,
not from a yardage standpoint, but from a carriage standpoint. I mean, because what do you have? What do you have week 1? $164, $168 or something?
I mean, from the eyeball test, me. Yeah.
Listen, Daniel Jones is doing what he's asked. He's doing his job, and that's all we really can ask.
Oh, you were talking about Daniel, my bad.
Okay, yeah, I'm talking about Daniel.
I thought you were talking about Saquon.
No.
Saquon.
I'm talking about Daniel Jones. He's doing his job. He's doing what needs to be done.
Saquon Barkley.
Okay? But like, this team is not that we gonna put our foot on your throat and choke you the fuck out team. That's not us yet. We ain't there yet. A lot of y'all got y'all chests out a little bit, right? A lot of y'all feeling real fucking brolic right now because we've been stacking W's. But y'all gotta remember, man, every single one of our fucking football games, man, every one of our wins are 1-score wins, man. Even this one where we dominated. Listen, this team's not ready to do that yet, y'all. No. And you have to accept that. Because they can't do that right now.
And here's
it's
the thing
not possible.
They may never be able to. Like, that may never be our MO. Like, I was just watching the 07 America's game.
It could be our MO. It could be our MO to start bullying motherfuckers when we get better in terms of our roster. I could see us bullying people if we continue in the trajectory
that we're going.
Right
correct.
now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I was watching the 07 America's game. Thomas Bergang. And like Strahan even said it, in that documentary. He's like, we don't win easy. We're not a team that's going to go out there and bully you for 4 quarters. And there were games where they won in that season 16-13. They won a lot of one. Now they were putting up points. They put up 35. This and that in the third, but they did not win easy. They had a lot of 1-possession games. But listen, right now they're controlling the time of possession. They're playing good defense.
Hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. Because let's put a few other things in perspective before we just move on from this point. Because y'all be forgetting sometimes. Y'all be forgetting. Okay.
Getting that.
Who the fuck is on our offense? I'm being dead ass. I'm being dead ass. Y'all know I know this fucking roster. Y'all know that I know this roster. Who are these motherfuckers, yo?
There are a bunch of guys that might not be on the roster next year. That's exactly
y'all expect this group of fucking dudes. Come on, y'all.
Listen,
y'all
there's two guys on offense that got votes for Pro Bowls. Not one of them was a wide receiver.
Hey, listen. Y'all expect this group of motherfuckers to put foots on throats? Look, call a spade. Y'all know I'm honest. Y'all expect this group of players to put foots on throats. That's not what we do. Nope. And that's fine. We don't have to be the team that puts foots on throats. We just have to be the team that wins football games. That's all that matters. Okay, that's all that matters. I saw because I'm seeing craziness on the internet, and I'm gonna call you mofos out. I saw somebody reply to Tana talking about he'd rather have 4 less wins, but have all these yards, and instead of having all these wins with a no yard getting offense, he's like, because it'd be more fun. And I'm like, bitch, you just said you want to lose more. What the fuck are you talking about?
That is
where's
wild.
the fun in that?
What the fuck bitch, you just said I want to lose more. Where they do that at?
Listen,
where the fuck they do that at?
Dash, I say this
there, man.
constantly. I say it constantly in the spaces. Getting to the playoffs
Yep.
Doesn't matter about how many fucking passing yards you have, how many rushing yards you have, how many touchdowns you score. Obviously, you sarcastic motherfuckers went, well, you got to score to win games. No shit, fucking Sherlock. But
Yeah.
I'm not getting into the Super Bowl based upon my quarterback having 5,000 yards passing. I'm not getting into the Super Bowl if my running back has 2,500 yards on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So it's about winning games. However you win the games, I don't give a flying fuck. You can win every single game 19-18. I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of that game, when it hits triple zeros, I got a W. They got an L. That's the only shit that fucking matters to me. I don't care how we win.
That's new age stuff, man. That's new age stuff right there. That's the way the youngest think. Pad and stats. Forget about pad and stats. Give me the ugly win. Give me the ugly win. I'll take the ugly win every time. I don't want a beautiful loss. I don't want that. It's not,
dude. And that's
are we back in my day English right now? Back in my day.
That's
That's what's so annoying, because not everybody, but most people, they think off of fantasy football. That's what they think about. And here's the thing, you know what? We're fucking spoiled. You want to know why we're spoiled? Because we got Patrick Mahomes in this fucking league. We got Josh Allen in this fucking league. We had Big Ben like, we're spoiled by having these great quarterbacks that do crazy fucking shit. And then all of a sudden you got these guys that are
I'm not sure what that was. You should say
wanting that, like they're panting for that shit. And unless their quarterback is revolutionizing the fucking National Football League, I don't want him. He sucks. Yeah. He's this, he's that. I mean, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, who cares? Who fucking cares? Who cares?
They care. They care.
Yeah.
I think, like, they think Josh Allen's and Patrick Mahomes grow on trees, man. And like, you can't have
work that way, man.
You can't have that. And for the people,
ask the Lions if they grow on trees. Ask the Browns if they grow on trees.
Yeah. I want to ask a quick question. Because
Browns had to go hire a freaking molester for $240 million to even have a chance.
I'm all about understanding, and so I really want someone out there.
Sexual assault guy.
Whoa! Leave Chester out of this, man. All right, talk about Chester.
That's a joke, right there.
How can you? That's back in my day. How?
Back in my day, youngster.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh, don't touch me there. This is my no square. I'm sorry.
Oh, boy.
All right. Anyway, how could you not be impressed by the fact that this team is able to win these football games with a bunch of fucking nobodies? Come on, y'all. How can you not be impressed by what we're able to do? This is foundational stuff that's happening right in front of your eyes, and you don't even realize it. This is foundational shit right here.
That's bingo right there.
This is how winning franchises build winning franchises. Okay,
exactly.
They've learned how to win, and once they learn how to win, they get better at fucking winning. Like, that's what has to happen. We have to learn how to win. You have to crawl, and then you have to walk, and then you can run. You know what I'm saying? We was crawling, and now we're walking, and y'all are pissed off about it.
I wouldn't even say we were crawling. I would say we were fucking paralyzed.
It's what Rob said. Rob said people become selfish. You get a little bit of success, and then you get greedy.
I just don't understand this. Y'all don't understand how winning organizations become winning organizations. You have to fucking win first. Like,
that's a fact.
That's the first thing you have to do. Is win.
And the thing is too, is I think that people get here's the other part of it, and this is going to kind of go into the next topic that we're going to get into, but like, people think that they know, like, listen, Joe Shane has done an amazing job so far at getting the best out of his roster. He did a good job with the draft. You know, they brought in some key guys during the season. They brought in some guys that have been contributing on the roster. And then all of a sudden, people are like, oh, well, Joe Shane's not going to do anything to compromise the future. Well, what future are you talking about? Because if the future just means about you getting a fucking quarterback, then, which I feel like that's like the phrase within the phrase, or if that's the right word, like the right thing to say, it's the puzzle within the puzzle. Like, it's like saying that you want a new quarterback without saying that you want the new quarterback. So it's like, look, at the end of the day, the guy went up on the fucking podium and said, if I can better this roster, which whether fucking Daniel Jones is going to be here or not, then I'm going to fucking do it. What difference does it matter? You know what I'm saying? And this kind of, fuck it. We're going to go in because fuck the Texans. I was going to be like, don't listen to what people say.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's the song I thought of too, TD. That's the song I thought of. That's the jam. That one, or don't talk.
Like John B. You kind of look like John B.
Yo,
hey, TD. Hold on.
They don't know about NYG.
TD, you're a Lions fan, right? You're a Lions fan.
Is he?
He is a Lions fan.
You're a Lions fan.
Shit, man. That's so funny, man. That's wow. I love when we get fucking sunned on this motherfucker, man. Listen, there's nothing like getting snapped on and when it's actually funny. Like, it's not,
when it's funny. Yeah, when it's
funny, you're like, oh shit, that's a good one. I like.
Yeah. How do I do this shit?
What are you trying to do over there?
But what you were getting at before the joke came across the screen.
Yeah,
yes, you have to build this roster, and he did it with pennies. Joe Shane did it with pennies.
Yo, TD, you see this shit? TD, you see this? Who's that? What team is this, TD? Look like the Lions. Who's this? Look like the Giants. Who's this? Looks like the beast incarnate about to beat that ass on Sunday, baby. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
No,
that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Why tell him when you can show him?
Oh, 100%.
I need this guy on the show. Hey, yo, where are you at right now? I need you in here when we start talking about the Lions. I need you inside this building.
So let's go on. Let's talk a little OBJ, because part of what I was saying was about Odell Beckham, and people in the fan base saying they're not going to go. We ain't got the money. This and that in the third. Okay, so there was a New York Post article that was made by Ian Connor. Great article. Had an interview with Odell's high school coach Stewart, who's very, very, very close with Odell and his family, practically family. Had a conversation with him, and the guy was asked, out of all the teams, who he thought was, had a chance. And he said, for me, it's a coin flip between Dallas and the Giants. He said, but if I was a betting man and you told me to bet $10, I would bet on the Giants, that the Giants would land him. And then there were reports, obviously, that those are the final two guys, teams and whatnot. Here's the thing, y'all. As a fan base, I respect the people that put the hard effort in to understanding the cap and all of that. But if we're still in it and OBJ is still considering it, then money is not the problem. Because if we couldn't do it, Joe Shane wouldn't be entertaining it at this point. He would have spoken to him. He's been in communication with his representatives. Our name is still being brought up in the mix. You got guys very close to Odell that are saying that we are still there were reports saying that we were the front runners. Ian Connor even did an interview on SNY. I forgot who interviewed him, but he even stated that, the Giants are the front runners. But if he had to choose where he was going to go, he would personally choose Dallas. but that the Giants are the front runners here. And I don't think that Joe Shane, and even for those on a daily basis that say Odell's chasing the money, he wants the money, he wants to get paid. I don't think he would be considering the Giants if he didn't think the Giants could get him what he wanted. And here's the other thing, and then I'll throw it to you guys. How many games y'all think he's going to fucking play this year? He ain't going to be playing much. He ain't going to be worth that kind of money this year. What? $1.5 million, $2 million? I'd say at maximum $2.5 million. That ain't shit. That's not shit. We could very easily make a move, free up that amount of cap space, offer him a 4-year deal, 3-year deal, whatever, and he'll get paid next year. So it can be done. It can be done.
I'll say this, with 8 games left in this season for us, you figure, and he's still talking about coming back, maybe December? That leaves you with about, 5 games? You know, you don't ask for a crazy amount of money for 5 games and then possibly, you go into the playoffs and stuff like that. That's $1.5 million to me. You know what I mean? So if you can promise this man some more money, next season and the year after that, because he said, 3 to 4 seasons, I think is what he was saying. He wants a home. He wants 3 to 4 seasons. He wants to be with a contender. If he goes to Dallas, right, and then he has to look at us every year as we get better and better, because Dallas loses every year. Dallas is always hot. And then November, December comes along, and then January, you got the Jerry Jones face. You know what I mean? That's what happens every year with Dallas. And if he's stuck there for 3 years, and we're out here winning and improving, he's going to feel sick. He's going to feel sick.
And here's the other thing to that, Dash. I don't mean to cut you off, but here's the other thing. He said he wants a place where he can go home, where he's going to contend. Fucking people were talking about Mike McCarthy getting fucking fired this year. That this was going to be his year, that he was going to get fucking fired. Kellen Moore has been rumored for head coaching jobs last year and the year after that. Nobody's coming after fucking Mike Kafka. Nobody's coming after Mike Kafka. You got a guy in Brian Daboll. He ain't going anywhere the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Why not?
Plus,
you think Dallas is going to sustain the level? When have they ever done that? Let's just say they go to the Super Bowl and they win it. You think they're going to repeat next year? You think they're going to contend? Come on.
And you know what's crazy? The atmosphere is different too right now in New York, especially in that building. You got the head coach dancing the Boosie, wipe me down. That's right up Odell's alley, man. That's right up the alley. The locker room is fun.
Oh, he loves
winning and
dancing,
they're having
baby.
fun. Don't get me wrong. Daboll is not all about fun because he can get serious. You saw him chew people on the sidelines, man. You saw it.
Yeah.
But the atmosphere right now, especially in those practices, you see it. These guys are having fun out there, man. And I think if you inject Odell into this roster right now, it could be special. He gets us over the hump, in my opinion. He's the one guy that can get us over the hump this year. Absolutely. Absolutely, in my opinion.
I think he's a guy that can turn. I think we could win maybe one playoff game right now. He's a guy that you add him, you can make it to the conference championship with him on the roster. You can make it.
Hey Rob, do you remember what my response to this specific topic was when we talked on the phone about this yesterday?
If he comes, great. If he doesn't,
that's a fact.
Great.
Listen, y'all. I don't give a fuck. Okay, like, and it's not because I'm on some anti-Odell shit. I'm not on no anti-Odell shit at all. Right? I think Odell would be a great addition to the New York Football Giants. Sure, right? Like it would be stupid not to, especially like Rob said, where you're gonna essentially get Odell on a prorated contract, so you can sign him to some kind of a fucking $4 million for this year, or some kind of crazy ass, you know what I'm saying? You can figure out a way to finagle that prorated amount and make it seem like he would have got this big ass amount of money this year, but he didn't play enough games and that's why he's only getting this much money. And then next year, you know what I'm saying? Like they can figure out a way to do that because there's some fucking cap genius that can figure that out. So cool, right? Hey, shout out to Jay. I think Jay is getting out of here. Hey, take care, Jay. Appreciate you.
All right, Jay.
So as I was saying, like it makes sense. It makes sense for Odell Beckham Jr. to come here. I'm not saying that it doesn't. So this ain't no Odell Beckham Jr. hate or nothing like that. I just don't give a fuck. Like, I don't. I'm sorry. Like, I can't.
Yeah.
Because I've approached this season in the way that I have approached this in my mind, I don't give a fuck about playoffs. I don't give a fuck about a Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, I don't care because all I care is this process. No, I still care about the process.
I remember where you were. I remember the free.
It's still free.
It's still free.
This bitch is free all year. Why wouldn't it be? Why?
Now let me ask you. Now, PTA. Now I hear you.
There's some risk analysis going on right now.
Let me ask you a question. Season's over and we're in the playoffs. Does it become real then?
It's still free. Everything is this season is free,
man.
Y'all.
So let me ask you the different
This season
one.
is free. I'm not saying I don't want us to win games. I'm not saying I don't want us to win the playoffs. I'm not saying, but it's free. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna show my whole asshole on YouTube, the entire thing. Okay, the whole balloon knot. I'm gonna show the whole goddamn thing on Twitter if the Giants win a Super Bowl this year. Believe that. Okay, I'm gonna show my whole ass. Okay, but the fact of the matter is that, like, but no, listen, I'm gonna show my. I mean that metaphorically, not like literally.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I meant that metaphorically. I'm gonna be crazy on this interwebs if the Giants win a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I want that, but it's still free, y'all. It's the first year, right? It's you know, the chat going crazy off of that, man.
Yeah.
Oh God. But like, yeah. But in my opinion, right? In my opinion, this is still free for me. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be upset if we lose, and I'm not gonna be overly joyous if we win. I'm going to be happy. But I'm going to hamper that happiness by understanding that this is still year one. There is very little film on this team. We have very little in terms of our roster, okay? We don't know what the direction they want to take this team in because it's still year fucking one. So regardless of what happens this season, regardless, and to be completely honest with you, as awesome and as amazing as it would be for Brian Daboll to win a Super Bowl the first year as a head coach, as crazy as that would be, right? Is that going to change the process if we win a Super Bowl? Because we're going to be expected to win another one. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna be expected to win another one.
Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, y'all got to think about this. You got to think about second and third order effects here, okay? Like, yes, it's gonna be great, but then the whole process got to change because now we Super Bowl champions and we got to defend this motherfucker. So we got to approach this a little differently. We got to change our game plan here.
So I like what you're saying because you're always looking at the big picture, and the big picture is the continued success. The Giants being, competitive for years and years down.
Yeah,
but with that being said, and I understand how you feel because we're not in that predicament right now. But damn it, if we're there Super Bowl Sunday,
then get Odell Beckham Jr. and win them. Then get Odell Beckham Jr. and win the motherfucker.
Okay, let me set the stage. Let me set the stage for you. Okay.
PTA would be going into the Super Bowl still saying free.
It's still free. It's free. We might get a free Super Bowl, bitches. That's what I be saying. We might get a free one.
I believe that you believe that. I believe that you believe that. But I'm telling you, if the playoff, I'll set the stage. If the first round in the playoffs is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Giants versus Tom Brady again. What do we talk about, right?
Listen, I understand.
Then the next round is the New York Giants versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, you can't build this type of momentum going.
Listen, I understand.
And then the Super Bowl is the New York Giants versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Kadarius Toney, you can't ball that in. That's crazy.
Listen,
you can't hold that. You can't hold that back and say free. It's not free.
My pants get tight in the crotch thinking about this scenario, okay?
Man.
Like, this is what I want in my life, all right? So please don't think that I won't be hyped as fuck if we was to do some shit like that this year. Big if, okay? I'd be hyped as fuck, but I'd still be like, Hey, yo, don't change the focus. We had a plan. We had a plan, and it was about long-term success. Let's stay the course.
As long as we don't dig into the cap, and as long as we don't dig into draft picks, the focus is still the focus. But you can't tell me that playoff run, and like I said, if it happens,
I love it.
It's beautiful.
I love
we'll
it.
See what happens. But just thinking about those games, that road, Tampa Bay, Philly, or Tampa Bay, Dallas.
I love it.
And then we get imagine if we see like any Rob, man, as much I'm not I defend people that get
imagine if we took over the number 1 seed, y'all. It's a possibility. It could happen. Listen, y'all. It's okay to say this. It's okay to say this.
Listen. I'm gonna say this.
It's okay to say this because it's a possibility. It probably won't happen, but it's possible.
But listen,
we're crazy. We're talking this crazy
right
stuff
now. Right now, you just had the Dallas Cowboys over the last couple of weeks. The Dallas Cowboys have not been able to get after the quarterback like they've been able to get after the quarterback when the season started. Okay.
True.
And they blew a 14-point lead to Aaron Rodgers.
Also true.
In Lambeau. Now they're going and playing the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota at 1:00 after they just had a huge comeback victory against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo on the road. Not to mention the Dallas Cowboys still have to play Tennessee. The Eagles still have to play Tennessee. And both the Eagles and the Cowboys the last 3 weeks have allowed 120 plus rushers. And they have to go up against Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, and Saquon Barkley over the next few weeks. So listen, if we do what we need to do, if we stick to our game with a little bit of luck, here you go, Charlie, luck. With a little bit of luck that Minnesota takes care of business, maybe the Colts do make it upset, right?
They won't.
We take care of business on Thanksgiving. We could very well be in position where we need to beat the Vikings or the second game against a Washington to take first place in the division.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Right now,
it's possible.
We are one game. We are one game behind the Eagles. Here's the thing. Even if, let's just say we win, and because after we play Dallas, we got to play Philadelphia. So let's just say we win the next 2 weeks. All right, right? We play Philadelphia after Dallas, or do we play Washington then after Philadelphia?
I believe it's.
I'll check
Philly
right
after Dallas. It's the first weekend of December.
I'm gonna check.
The first weekend of December is the Philly game. I
think we played the Philly on the 12th of December. I think the first game is. Don't know the week. I know we played them the last.
The 14th. We played them in the 11th. Okay. So if we go and we win Sunday, we beat Dallas and then we beat Washington, which is the legacy game. Okay. Mm-hmm. At that point, you're talking 9-2. And if Philadelphia wins the rest of the game,
10-2.
Stick around, TD. We'll get to you. We're getting there.
10-2. And Philadelphia could be 11-1 at that point.
Possibly.
If when we play them, if we win that game, we will be tied for first place in the division.
Yeah.
At 11-2.
These things are possible. So okay, now
we control our own fate.
Let's switch focus from the what ifs in this, and let's talk about the right now. So right now, today, Dash, you have to make a decision about Daniel Jones. Okay, the franchise tag is not an option because you're going to use that franchise tag on Saquon Barkley. But today, the season is all the way over, and we are in the negotiating period where it's no longer tampering. So now you have to make a decision as to what you're going to do with Daniel Jones based on what he has done up to right now. And
Okay,
let's just pretend,
season
and
ends
let's
today.
the season ends today. Season ends today, and Daniel Jones has done the exact amount of what he did in the first half. He does exactly the same in the second half. We end up winning another 5 or 6 games, right? And let's say we get bounced in the wild card, okay? That's what's happening today right now.
Let's just say he finishes 11-6.
Because listen, that sounds about that's if we're gonna say he's gonna do as well or better, right? Which is what we expect based on the schedule and whatnot. Let's make that the baseline.
Okay.
What are you doing with Daniel Jones? You can't franchise tag him because you have to use that franchise tag on Saquon so you can continue your contract negotiation. So Saquon, so the franchise tag's out the window.
You know, it's hard too because I spent all the last 2 days not worrying about the 2023 at all, right? So I'm trying to put that, into the future and let it stay there till we get there. But since you put me on the spot, I'm a little bit different because I don't think Daniel Jones gets the whole quote unquote market value of a franchise quarterback. I think his money is around 25 to 30 million, and that's crazy to say that. So if that is in fact the case, the Giants get bounced out at a wild card. We are still not in position for one of those prime quarterbacks. So what I'm going to do?
That's why I put us there because that's where I think we're going to be.
So this is exactly what I would do. I'm re-signing Daniel Jones in that range of $25 to $30 million. If he wants more than $30 million, he will walk. But I'm still gonna, if just so happens that we get into the draft and a quarterback falls, I'm still drafting a quarterback. I'm giving Daniel Jones a 2 to 3 year deal at $25 to $30 million. And if a quarterback is still there, I'm drafting that quarterback because now two things can happen. We can go the Patriots route. Daniel Jones continues to be, progress in the system. He gets better. And then now you have this quarterback that's absolutely trade value. We Garoppolo him like the Patriots did. We draft a guy, and then if Daniel Jones pans out, he earns another contract. If he doesn't, we have our quarterback waiting in the wings. Or if the other thing is Daniel Jones is awful, you cut him, or you play out his contract, and then you groom that next quarterback. That's where I'm at right now. I hate to think about it though.
So then based on your answer, in your opinion, you feel like Daniel Jones, as it stands right now, has done enough to at least earn himself an opportunity to stay on this team.
Yes.
The opportunity to remain the starting quarterback on this team. That's what it sounds like. Like he's not the starting quarterback, but he is, but you could lose it. It's razor thin. Is kind of what it sounds like.
That's like I said. If he asks for too much money, he can walk. Absolutely, it has to be what the Giants want, in my opinion. Because I already this season here is pretty much telling you what you can do with Daniel Jones, and if he stays the same way he's at right now, and we sign Saquon Barkley, the New York Giants are looking like a playoff team from as long as Daniel Jones is a quarterback. Now, does he get you over the hump into a Super Bowl championship? We don't know, but what do? We're not picking high enough to grab one of these quarterbacks. And then also, who's to say that any of these quarterbacks are any good?
See,
and then
that's
I say this though too, because people will say this. For what Daniel Jones is giving you, a rookie quarterback can do the same thing. That's the argument on the other side.
See,
that's the argument on the other side. That's the argument on the other side. I know. I get it.
Oh man, it's so hard, isn't it? Isn't it, Dash? It's so difficult, man.
But here's the thing: is you go and you get. I can see. I listen. I said this a couple of months ago, and Dash, I brought this up yesterday, and we had this discussion like 2.5 months ago, where I said I can see. And I think this was after the Packers game, where I was like, I can see where they bring back Daniel Jones, but still draft a quarterback, a young quarterback, and you have Tyrod, you have Daniel, and you get the rookie on the roster going into the preseason, and maybe one of them gets cut. More than likely being Tyrod, depending on how well the rookie is coming along. But with what Dash is saying, right, you could very easily maybe offer Daniel Jones 3 years, $80 million. That's like $26 million a year. It's like 26.6 is what it comes out to being. And maybe it's like, maybe out of that 80 million, if you want to guarantee him like 40 million of that.
No, you got to give him at least 60, right?
Or you do say you do like 50. maybe 50 million, right? So you're guaranteed $25 million from us the next 2 years. Okay. I'll eat $25 million in 2024. Right. I'll eat $25 million if I need to, especially if I got a rookie quarterback that's ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, but here's the thing is the learning curve from college to pro is a lot harder than what people think. I'm not saying that it can't be done, but you're asking a lot of a rookie quarterback to come in and be able to process and learn the playbook in a short time, which Daniel's done. But Daniel's IQ, as far as his learning curve of a playbook, could be better and a little bit faster than, say, a rookie coming in. I'm not saying it can't be done, but you're taking a risk there. So, I don't know how it's going to be, but if it plays out like that, we go 11-6. He wins a playoff game and then loses, or even if he loses in the playoff, I agree. Unless you're going to be able to get Bryce or CJ,
it's not happening. I don't want Bryce either.
You won't be able to move up because you're going to be picking in the early 20s, and you're going to have to get up into the top 5 to get those guys, and you're going to have to move hell and high water to get there, and it's going to be too much to give up in my opinion.
Just one thing I just want to say about that too, because one of the deciding factor for me and my decision are turnovers and turning the ball over. And it's crazy to say that too, because that was his biggest deal with the turnovers, Daniel Jones.
He don't turn the ball over.
No matter how good these, unless it's Andrew Luck, all these rookie quarterbacks, all of them have issues turning the ball over. They turn the ball over. And the Giants, even next year, with us still rebuilding, because we're still rebuilding, we can't afford turnovers. We can't afford turnovers, because you can tell me, can you have the same production from a rookie quarterback coming out of college? Yes, that's for the good stuff. But look at all these rookie quarterbacks. Trevor Lawrence, he was one of the top guys. They say, he could have got drafted coming out of high school, something crazy like that, right? But look at his turnovers. Look at the throw. Look at that stuff. It matters, man. It matters. And Daniel Jones is protecting that ball so well this year. That's one of my deciding factors in that whole situation. So I could still draft the guy. And it might not be the Bryce Young or the Will Levis.
I think I could see AR falling to near the 20s, or I could see if we're picking like say we're picking 23, 24.
Yeah, that sounds.
I could see you moving up to 16, 17 without really having to give up much to grab AR.
Oh boy,
Go ahead.
Let me just go ahead.
I could see it.
Let me just go ahead and put this on wax. All right.
Ooh, wax, that hurts.
Because y'all know that I am y'all know that I am not on the Daniel Jones train. Never been, never will be. Right?
Me neither.
Not on it.
Yeah.
And y'all know that I've been quick to slander Daniel Jones. Okay, I've been quick to talk about how bad his play has been. I've been quick to point out all that stuff. All right, but you guys got to understand something. Is the reason why I do that is not because I hate Daniel Jones. It's more because I'm disappointed in this kid, because this kid has had all kinds of athletic ability. This kid looked like he could have been something coming out of college, like one of them little sleepers. Like, oh man, everybody said this guy was going to suck, and look how good he can be. And it was just a cavalcade of bullshit that put him in a terrible position. But I will say this, okay? As it stands right now, Daniel Jones has shut all of us up. I mean, it is what it is, people. Okay, some people may not be willing to take an L on a take, right? I am, especially if it's a take that involves my team being better. So the fact of the matter is that you've noticed that I've stopped all Daniel Jones slander because he's been playing well. If that mother starts playing terribly, I'm gonna be on his ass. Okay,
as you should.
But kids playing well. Kids doing what he needs to do. Kids out there every fucking game. It clearly looks like his teammates love the kid. It seems like everyone loves this kid. So cool. Listen, far be it from me to remove an important person from a team that's successful because I've got a issue with the person. You know what I mean? That's just bad business practice. You don't do that. In my world, there's plenty of people I don't like. Plenty of people that I'm like, I don't want to talk to this motherfucker. But you know what? We got to get the job done. I got to go talk to this person. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what weird ass thing Rob is putting up on here, and I'm scared to look at it because it looked like it looks like I'm just kidding. It's please because he's gonna pull up this and that's fine. We'll pull this up and we'll discuss this before we move into our last topic. I'm actually kind of glad you're doing this, Rob. But listen. The kid has done enough, in my opinion, to get an opportunity to stay on this team.
Yeah.
Okay. If he continues to play in the manner of which he's played in the first half of this year, in the second half of this year, if I can continue to get consistency from Daniel Jones, there are no issues, y'all. None. Sign the kid to some kind of a team-friendly deal. You know what I mean? He ain't worth all that money. But if the shit worked, then the shit fucking worked. You know what I mean? Like, you can't listen. Yeah. I've been hating on it all day long, but the moment it start working, I gotta shut the fuck up.
Yep.
And that's what it's working.
And that's
so why would we fuck with anything that's working?
That's the
why
problem.
would we do that?
No, that's
listen.
Put
your ego aside. Put your ego aside, man. Of all the stupid ass things you've put on the internet, y'all. Put your fucking ego aside and just go, you know what? Kids playing well, I got to shut the fuck up. That's it.
I've had to do that a couple times this season. Like me in August, I can get a time machine, go back to August and tell myself, hey, the Giants are 7-2 and second in the NFC, well, third in the NFC. And I shut the fuck up. Like, what?
Yeah, what? Like what? You're on crack.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
But not like I'm telling you, but like you're saying, man, he's franchise that friend. Get that out of your head. People that think that Daniel Jones is going to ask for $45 million. The only way he makes that kind of money is if you franchise tag him. And I'm saying, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
He got to want to play ball. And here's the other thing too, that which would I think will make him stay in New York is that first, this is your first time of real success.
Yeah,
you got people that believe in you.
When you have success, it's addicting. It's addicting.
Yeah.
You want to take that.
You got a coach. You got a coach that clearly believes in you. Your coach clearly believes in you, and your offensive coordinator is also a big believer in you, putting you in position to do all the things that you need to do. Why would you go anywhere else?
And then also
stay here, and be the face of New York. You'll make more money on the back end.
No,
look at Eli Manning.
yeah. But also another thing that people always say is that money plays a part. It does play a part. But here's the thing: when you're brought up, or when you come up and you've never had to worry about money before, you think a little bit differently than people that grew up a certain way and are trying to get as much money as possible because they're bringing everybody with them. You see that a lot. With this guy, he didn't have to buy his mom a whole house or anything like that. It's different. He didn't have to buy his mother a car. All that stuff is taken care of already because he came from that type of family. So the money factor, yes, it plays a big part. But for him, he's never been in a position where his lights were off or anything like that.
This motherfucker went to Duke. This motherfucker went to Duke, y'all.
And
who the fuck goes to Duke?
He walked on that Duke too. He walked on that Duke. So
how many poor motherfuckers is at Duke
that walk
on out there? They're not there for a scholarship. They're not there on a scholarship.
He paid for that first year there.
He paid to be there.
He got the scholarship. He paid for that first year there.
Yeah, man. Hey, I mean, you know what? God damn, that's a damn good point, Dash. I ain't never thought about that, but yeah, you're absolutely right, man.
It's different.
Yeah,
Some people don't have to take care of mom. Yeah.
let's put this up on the screen so that Rob
All
can,
right.
can walk us through this.
So for me, and we've been having a lot of conversations about this season with Daniel, and this was a topic that I brought up today in the spaces, and Dash heard it. He was in and out, but he may not. So we've all been saying that we want Daniel Jones to take a little bit more chances, take a little bit more risks, right? Throw some of those 50-50 balls. Why is he not? And myself said he can't throw it. You know, he's not able to throw it. But I'm wrong because I saw a lot of videos today that prove he can do it. Okay. This is from his rookie season. Okay. Ball's what? 28 yard line. Okay. 28 yard line.
Yeah,
First and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Motion. So it's Golden Tate motion. Pressure right here. Right. So you get a guy that's coming in.
And he's beating a double team. This is how bad our offensive line was, by the way, y'all. He's beating a fucking double team. Okay, he's beating a double team.
Now, here's the check down that he's throwing right now. Right?
That's
this year. That's Saquon Barkley. There he is. He's throwing that right now. You got safety over top here. You got this guy right here. You got two guys that don't know what the fuck they're doing. You got two guys right here. Okay. Steps with guy. Look at this. With a guy in his face now. Now you probably think he's throwing it to Golden Tate. Probably think he's throwing it to Darius Slayton. He's throwing it to Brett Ellison. Anybody remember him? Okay.
I remember this
throwing
play.
it to Brett Ellison.
I remember the play.
He's got a guy on him. Okay. Got a guy on him. 1, 2, 3. Into triple coverage. Look at that ball.
It's on a rope. It's on a rope. It's on a fucking rope.
That was the harder of the
into a
throws.
Touchdown.
Too. That was the harder of the throws.
That was one of his hardest throws that year. And I was like, well, look what this kid can do. You know what I'm saying?
Boom.
Like,
right? Into triple
Shut
coverage.
up, Viz. Shut the fuck up, Viz.
Okay, now
you know what happened?
I want to show.
You know what happened?
There's another one.
We all know what happened.
Yeah.
We all know.
Right here, this one. No, not this one. Well, that's a 50-50 ball there, but not this one. There's another one by Darius Slayton
on
in
Detroit.
this game. Is it this one? Yeah, okay. So does this look familiar? Something we saw maybe like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago with AJ Brown against Pittsburgh? Okay, this is against Detroit. Notice the time, okay? Coming up to the halftime. Takes a snap. Quick read. Now, where were his eyes beforehand? Look at him. He's looking at this left side of the field.
Looking the safety off, basically. Yeah,
that's exactly. He was holding the safety.
Looking the safety off. Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I mean, it's a dime. It's a dime.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he couldn't even step into that throw. By the way, let's also recognize the fact that he didn't step into that. That was arm throw. It's arm throw.
Now here's another one right here.
Yeah.
This one here is the Golden Tate. Only where Golden Tate could have made that play.
Yeah.
And that's Jonathan Jones, who right now before he got injured was a top corner in the National Football League this year. He took a chance, ends up being a touchdown. I'm showing this stuff here because I myself talked about I want him to take the chances. He can't do it. Daniel Jones can't make those throws. Now there's a whole bunch. If you guys go to my page, go to my likes. The guy's name is Mike Forcella. Okay, is his Twitter. He's got like 12 plays from Daniel Jones' rookie season. that you can watch where he makes contested throws. Why is he not? Why is he not doing it now? Actually, you know what? And I'll show one more. I'll show one more right here. Okay. Now this is against the Minnesota Vikings. Okay. He's looking him down. He's looking at Darius Slayton the whole time. I'm not going to cap for that. Okay. But look how even it is. Look how even. And he's cocking that shit back. Pause. Split two. Look at that. On a rope for Darius. That's Darius Slayton now, right? Touchdown. Now, so I'm saying to myself, why? This is Darius Slayton, right? So we're saying he can't throw it. He can't make those balls, right? People saying he's got Darius Slayton, not big, but he had Darius Slayton right there. He threw two to Darius Slayton against Detroit that were contested. He threw that one to Darius Slayton. There's a couple of others. Why is he not doing it now?
I don't know. You know what? I think I'd like to. Do you have an answer? Do you have an answer?
Well, what I was going to say is, I think is because at this point he was a rookie, and he wanted to just sling that shit. He's a guns. I think that Daniel Jones is a little bit. Few reasons. One, you are allowing him to sling it like this. He will turn the ball over. And two, our wide receiver core is cheeks. Well, listen, and you're right, Authentic, because here's the thing, and this is what we talked about today in my space. Right now, you got him as a rookie, and those clips. And when you're a rookie, you got 4 years. You got 4 years on a contract. Go out there and make those plays. Right now, he's got no future contract with the Giants, so he's a little bit on edge about making those plays. That's number one. Number two is what Authentic just said. We cannot afford to make mistakes because we don't have the team that can come back with a couple of turnovers. Look at what happened in Seattle. Now in Buffalo, look at Josh Allen since 2019 or over the last, since 2020. So the last 2 years, he's thrown 35 interceptions since 2020. So, okay. But look at who he's got. He can turn over the ball a couple of times, and they've got Diggs. They got Gabriel Davis. They've got weapons where they can come back into games. We don't have that. So I think they're telling him, listen, be conservative. Don't force anything. We can't get into, if we get behind, it's going to be a harder uphill battle for us than if we can keep it a level playing field. Just do what we need it to do.
I got a couple of thoughts on why. And I said it earlier. When you're dealing with rookie quarterbacks, you got the upside, but you also have those turnovers because they're coming from college. And a lot of times in college, they can make those type of throws. So they're used to seeing it. They're testing their arm out still, and then they're realizing what they can and what they can't do. The other thing is this. As much as we say that players can tune out social media, tune out Sports Center and all these other things, when you start to get that stigma on you of turning the ball over, being a turnover person, interception, fumbles, and things like that, you become a little gun shy. So the one thing that we all thought when we got Kenny Golladay was like, he's going to open up this offense. Kenny Golladay is known for being a 50-50 ball receiver. And just like you said, to your point, at the time that we got Kenny Golladay, Daniel Jones was no longer a 50-50 quarterback. He wasn't making those type of throws. So now you see when he's throwing to Darius Slayton, they're the best balls you've seen throw, pause, from Daniel Jones. He's outside of the one miss when he was behind. Every time he throws Darius Slayton the ball, you see him more in stride than anybody else he throws to. Like that deep ball it's a different it's a different chemistry. They came up together that rookie year. So when he throws the ball to Darius Slayton, it just looks prettier. That deep pass he had to Sterling Shepard and he had to come back for it in that first game. It's different. It's different. And then even last week, actually, the only other person he has chemistry throwing the ball to like that is Saquon Barkley. Those are his two guys that he has the best timing with, as far as him being the quarterback. But I think because he was beaten down so much, and everywhere he turned, it was all about the turnovers for him, all about the fumbles, all about the interceptions. He became a little bit gun shy.
It was
everywhere he looked. It was that gun shy. So he became gun shy.
I got a different take. I'm going to be completely honest.
Okay.
I got a different take, and I think this is the reason why he's not, taking all those shots. And this also answers Randy's question, because Randy's asking if it's possible that David and Cap will see something that make him not want to do those things, kind of like with Garrett and Judge. And I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. Here's what I think. Okay.
Well, I need to hear this.
I revert back to a statement our general manager made over the bye week, and he said what we wanted to see was if Daniel Jones can stand on his feet. Right? That stuck with me when he said we want to see if Daniel Jones can stand on his feet. And honestly, I almost feel like this first half of the season was just that. Can you just stand on your fucking feet?
Can you elaborate on that?
Wow.
Can I elaborate on what stand on your feet means?
I smell,
yes.
I smell what you're cooking.
So,
Go ahead.
When I heard Joe Shane say this, I took it as is this dude able to do the foundational baseline things? Okay, is he able to motivate his teammates? Is he able to teach and show his players how, hey, I want you over here when I throw this ball, or I'm gonna throw the ball there. Are you fast enough to get it? You're not. They want to see how he was going to be able to handle the live rounds. That's an NFL game. I mean, can we go out there and give you a game plan, and can you execute the game plan with or without your weapons? Can you just go out there and be the leader that you're supposed to be? I really feel like the first half of this season was on some crawl, walk, run shit. Okay. If you look at the reads that Daniel was asked to make in the beginning of the season, and the reads that he's kind of making a little later in the season, you can see that there's a little bit of a difference in the confidence level that he has when he's out there making these reads. Now, it's probably because Dayball and Kafka cut the fucking field in half for this kid and said, don't look to the other side. only look to the other side when you're looking to safety off. I mean, like, listen. But I have seen Daniel Jones make some fulfilled progressions. I've seen him go through fulfilled progressions out there, standing in a pocket, because there is an actual pocket for him now. So I wouldn't be surprised. If you start seeing more deep shots at Slayton, because he's the one guy that can get behind everybody. I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing a little more of that now, because we've established that we run the ball down your motherfucking throat. So you're gonna have to put people in the box. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think our coach is playing chess right now. And I hope I'm right, because if he's playing chess right now, he's the best motherfucking coach I've ever seen in my goddamn life, yo. I'm just putting it out there. That's what I think. I don't think they're afraid to let Daniel Jones go out there and throw bombs. All right? I don't think they're afraid to let Daniel Jones go out there and take chances. It just hasn't been time for that yet. We ain't there yet.
To add to that point, I would also say just how they're evaluating Daniel Jones, they still are evaluating that offensive line too, to see what's possible as well. But I'll say this too, though. You don't have to have two superstar wide receivers, but you do need a tandem. And if you don't have a dominant tight end, which we don't have yet, Bellinger is looking like he could be that guy. They all help each other. You're sucking everything in, pause. But a second, Wan'Dale Robinson, for example, the better Darius Slayton plays, the more catches Wan'Dale Robinson will get. The more catches Wan'Dale Robinson gets, the more looks a tight end to get. And then everybody helps everybody out. And
Yep.
right now, we played musical chairs with the wide receiver position. Just look about where we
Yep.
started to where we're at right now. So now you're looking at Slayton, you're looking at Wan'Dale Robinson, and it's probably just going to be Hodgins, and then a sprinkle in of Marcus Johnson and whoever else is going to be that fourth guy. And we'll see how this thing opens up. Because once other people become targets, respectable targets, then you can't. A lot of those double teams can't happen because now you can go all over the field.
I'm gonna say this too, and this ties into the second topic that we talked about. When you look at our team, Xavier McKinney and Julian Love are the leaders of our secondary. They're the ones that are getting those guys motivated, getting those guys ready, talking coverages, talking routes, talking everything. When you look at the front seven, okay, Jihad Ward, Leo, Dex, they're getting those guys ready. When you look at the linebackers, Jalen Smith, regardless of how you feel his play on the field is, I think he's getting those guys ready. You got Barkley that's leading the running back room. Andrew Thomas this season showed his leadership. He is the leader. I don't give a fuck about John Feliciano. He is the leader in that offensive line room. And he said it after the Dallas Cowboy game. We did not perform the way we know we can perform. And after that game, the offensive line improved every single week after that.
Yeah.
We need OBJ in that wide receiver room. What is the one thing, and I talked about this with Ivan on the phone, OBJ could go out there and have a competitive fucking attitude and have great game, 8 receptions, $160, 2 touchdowns. And they ask him, he's like, I don't give a shit about my stats. We lost.
No.
I want to win. I want to win. I don't give a shit that I had 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. I want to win. And OBJ's passion to win was nothing shy of public.
Yeah.
It was public.
Yeah.
We talked about this before. PTA, we talked about this. Jihad Ward brings a level of swagger to that defensive front seven, that we have never had. That's a Baltimore Ravens type of swag. I'm going to dominate you. I'm going to eat your food, and everybody's adopting that shit. Look at Dexter Lawrence. He's adopting that shit. I'm going to dominate you. Look at what happened in that game. Oh, you want to hold me? I'm going to go right back at you, and look what fucking happened when you can't hold me, motherfucker. I'm going to get an interception. I'm going to get in your QB's face, and I disrupted it. I disrupted that fucking play. OBJ will bring a swagger to this offense that we do, even with Saquon Barkley, that we do not have. He will bring a swagger to this offense that we do not have, and to that wide receiver room. And look the fuck out. If he comes home, look the fuck out, because he's going to demand all of those guys to be better.
Yeah,
all of those guys.
Okay, so in the interest of everybody's time, we need to quickly go over our next opponent, because we've talked a lot about the future, but we need to talk about what's coming up, and that's the Detroit Lions. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and kick into the last segment, the main event. Sorry that Show Me Your TV's not here for us to talk about his Lions. Okay, Dash, man, tell me, what do you when you look at this game, right? What is the one thing that concerns you about playing the Detroit Lions?
And to be honest, everything, like seriously. Defense is one thing, but their offense, everything is a concern, because they can both run and throw the ball. They can run and pass, right?
Yep.
They
sure can.
Their offensive line is very, very good. Their quarterback is Goff, but right now the way he's playing in that scheme, he's looking very, very good. So if anything, and I don't think anybody's like I heard people try to call it like a trap game. It can't be a trap game, in my opinion, because Like they put up 30 points a game. This is not a mediocre offense. Now the defense, on the other hand, has some issues, but their offense, they can put up points. Now the other thing is we stop people from putting up points, so that's the other thing. And I'm glad you were talking about Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams. That's going to be where it all begins, is in that front seven, because I don't care who the quarterback is. If you punch him in the face, things change. Things change. You make them uncomfortable. Things change. So it starts up front first.
Boy.
It starts up front
You
first.
can't be talking about the trenches like that. It gets PTA. It gets PTA going.
I'm telling you. And then when it comes to Jahad Ward,
he loved the fat boys.
When it comes to Jahad Ward, I noticed something, and you were right on, Rob, when you said it. Jahad Ward comes in, right? And the New York with Dexter Lawrence was a happy bear, in my opinion. His celebration is a happy celebration, right? And then you bring in Jahad Ward, and Dexter Lawrence goes from the happy bear. He still has his dance and celebration, but he is violent now. He is absolutely violent. And it went from somebody on the defense has to make a play till I'm going to beat you to the play. Talking to his own defensive guys. He's looking at Leonard Williams like, I'm going to beat you there. He's looking at Kayvon, I'm going to beat you there. Or you better beat me there. But everybody's about to make a play. And I think that's what it is. It went from, somebody's going to make this play. You can do it. I can, it's funny. And now it's all toughness. And I think Jahad Ward is the reason why. Because if he's giving us that kind of energy on the sideline when he's on camera, imagine what he's doing at practice. Imagine what he's doing in the locker room. It's just, to me, I think that.
Imagine what he's saying in the huddle.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we don't get, right? Him mic'd up, I would love to see it. They probably, it'd be beeps all through the thing. They had to release it on like HBO or something like that, because I know it'd be crazy.
You know who he reminds? I don't mean to cut you off, but you know who he reminds me of a little bit? Joey Porter.
I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Joey Porter. Wow, that's spot on. But again, just get to the game. Yeah, right. That's a good one. But getting to the game, it's all about this. It's all about, this is a Wink Martindale game where you hold them to the 14 to 17 points, and then on the offensive side you just pound them. Pause. That's what you do, and then when they come up, you hit them deep, and whatever they want to overprotect. If they want to keep 8 men in the box, then you open up a little bit. If they want to go deep, then you run the ball. I think this is, for our offense, I think this should be not a cakewalk, but we should be able to do whatever we want against that defense. Whatever we want. So if they take away one thing, we should be able to do something else. And if Kafka doesn't, I'll be very, very upset. I'll let you guys go.
I'll go first, and I'll let you give your thoughts before we close up, Rob. So, okay. I am still excited for this game, y'all. Yeah. Okay, like I'm excited to watch this game because I feel like I'm finally going to be able to watch a game where our offense could actually look above average. Like our offense could look above average this weekend, and that would be really nice to see. But the defense is going to have to carry us, man. Defense is going to have to carry, like, straight up. This team is not a shootout football game team.
Not at all.
Defense is going to have to carry. Just like Dash said, we're going to have to keep them to 14 points. Yeah, I mean, we can score 21. We know we scored 21.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, we know we can score 21. We got to keep them to 14. Like, listen, because this offense, this Lions offense is fucking potent, man.
Yeah. I
don't understand how a team with such a potent offense ain't winning more football games. I don't know why the defense ain't embarrassed about the fact that they're on the opposite end of one of the best offenses in the NFL. Yeah. You're the reason why we can't win football games. It's you. I'll be damned if my defense is the reason why we lose. I'll be damned. But anyway, listen, it's going to be on the defense. We're going to have to pressure early and pressure often. We're going to have to just bully the shit out of them the entire game in the trenches. We're going to have to bully their guys. We're going to have to break their spirit. We're going to have to take their will, okay? And by the end of the game, they ain't going to want to play no more. Like, that's how you – yeah, it's not going to be. It's not easy. Games like this ain't easy. When you've got to go up against a side of the ball that you know is really good, you got to just set the tone.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, they're going to run over you. Yeah. So this defense is going to have to come out there, and they're going to have to punch somebody smooth in the mouth, off top. Right, first thing, somebody going to have to get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
Straight up. Y'all are not going to beat us today. We're going to beat your ass for an hour.
Yeah,
like, that's what's going to have to happen.
There's another storyline that nobody's talking about, and I just thought about it myself. Aiden Hutchinson. If Aiden Hutchinson is getting off, you can't tell me Kayvon Thibodeau is not going to feel a certain way about it. You're not going to. He was drafted before you, young fella. They thought that he was better than you, young fella.
Thought he was better than you. You might want to go over there.
Let's see what happens.
You might want to go over there and kill the quarterback real quick.
Exactly.
I mean.
Exactly. This is one of those games where get off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, it is what it is, y'all. Like, this ain't no trap game because this is two teams that are going to play a competitive football game. I guarantee you. The Lions is ready to come out there and try to beat the fucking Giants. I guarantee you the Lions in their locker room is saying we can make a statement this weekend by beating the Giants and let them know that when you come fuck with us, we got to fight. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? One of the saving graces is that they're going to be in MetLife. So at least the crowd will be there. Maybe we can affect them a little bit. I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the crowd can affect them a little bit. That's probably the saving grace. But these assholes in the locker room talk about making a fucking statement this weekend. That's what they saying.
Yeah. And then before you go, Rob, one thing I want to say, I'll leave it at that, is this is what happened when the disrespect remains. We're still being disrespected. So there is no lacking for the Giants. We're not riding high for anybody before any game because we're still highly disrespected. The worst 7-2 team. That should be every time we win a game, they should hang that over the entryway into the locker room. The worst, whatever we are at the time, in 2 team. So we're the worst 7. Let them slap hands on that every time they walk out, and just prove somebody wrong, man. You gotta earn our respect still.
Rob, what you got, man? Dash got me want to put my fucking helmet on. Rob, what do you think, man? Keys to this game. How you feeling? What are you concerned about?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a trap game either. Detroit can put up some points. I know, but there have been games where they put up like 6 points. They were shut out. Mike C kind of pointed that out to me, a couple of days ago, where there's been games where they're kind of up and down, and they may be a mirage as far as when it comes to the points. They went toe-to-toe against Chicago, but I mean, that's a division game. Division games are always close. They're always tight. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the keys to victory is they need to start the game the way they started this past week. If they start the ball out on defense, get a stop on defense, go down there, drive the ball down the field, put a fucking touchdown on the board, and suck them out. Suck the energy right out of them. Pause. Okay? And then go back on defense. Now get that fucking crowd involved. Get the crowd loud. Get the crowd roaring. Now you got to come. Now you got to answer. How are you going to respond? How are you going to respond to that? And if you get another 3 and out, that's going to tell them this is going to be a long fucking ass day. So that's the first thing.
Pack a fucking lunch. Okay? Pack a fucking lunch.
Second thing, okay, Mike Kafka, put the pedal to the fucking metal. Go out. This is a game where you need to make the Giants, I feel, need to have a statement game. They need to have a statement game. Like, you don't want to respect us? Fine. All right? That's fine. Go out there and not earn it, but fucking take it. And you know what? We beat Packers. Fine. Packers were looking ass. We beat Baltimore. Okay, yeah, lucky fucking fumble. Okay, no problem. We go up to Seattle. Okay, we lost. Whatever. Go out there and make a fucking statement. Okay?
Yeah.
Run the ball down their fucking throat. Throw the ball all over the fucking shit. Pause. Okay? Throw balls all over them. All right.
No, put balls on the field.
Put balls
everywhere.
on the field. Okay?
Balls.
This needs to be a statement game for the Giants.
Balls.
So go out there, get a stop. Even if you get the ball first, go right down there on them and score a fucking touchdown.
Yeah.
Meaning like you ain't not gonna stop us today. We can do whatever we want to do. We're gonna do whatever we want to do to you all fucking day long. So get used to it because we're coming.
And
and do that. And do that. Pause. Okay.
No, fuck that. No pause. Stop saying pause. Okay.
And
your shit.
I hate saying
and
Put somebody's
defensively,
dick in the dirt.
and
so you don't have to say pause
defensively-
when you say that though.
All right, my bad. And then defensively,
sorta.
we need to be physical. We need to beat them up. One thing that Dan Campbell preaches to his guys is to play physical.
Yeah.
Be physical. Okay? Play hard, play fast, play physical. You need to be more physical. You need to out physical that team. Be more physical than that team. Impose your will defensively from that team. How do you do it? Dexter Lawrence, you set the tone in the fucking trenches. Leo, you set the tone in the fucking trenches. Send fucking Jalen Smith right up the fucking middle. Let him just blitz that man until he can't fucking blitz, until his leg blows out. Keep blitzing him. Kayvon, listen, bro, you were doing good. You were getting held. Seattle game, you were a no-show. Last week, you were quiet, okay? You did some things, but you were quiet. You need to go off. Randy Moss said something when he was drafted. He said he wanted to make every team that passed on him fucking pay.
Yeah.
Now, I know you were taking 5, but the team you're playing this Sunday passed on your fucking ass. Make them understand why. Make them regret why they fucking passed on you. And just go out there and absolutely dominate in that game. Dominate in that game. And the last thing I'm going to say is Dane Belton. Go out there and take somebody's fucking head off. This kid's a hitter. He's physical. He makes plays. Go out there, take somebody's fucking head off. He's the second guy to get an interception for the Giants. Julian Love is the first. Okay? This kid can play. He can play. So go out there, be physical. And I'm going to make, I'll do it all the time. Bold prediction.
Hot take.
Bold predictions. Bold predictions.
Flaming
Evan Neal will return this week for the Giants. And he will dominate Aiden Hutchinson.
This motherfucker's on all of the drugs.
He will dominate
every
Aiden
fucking week.
Hutchinson.
And
And this will be a statement game
Neil
for
ain't playing.
Evan Neal. And this is the statement. Not Dexter. DeMarcus Lawrence. I'm coming back for fucking redemption.
I love
And
that part.
Aiden Hutchinson will be the example. He will be the sacrifice. He will be the sacrificial lamb to show DeMarcus Lawrence, you will not get the better of me on Thanksgiving. Booyah.
Jeez Louise. Hey, Randy, we're gonna miss McKinney every week because he ain't gonna play no more this season. We're gonna miss him every goddamn week.
He'll be back
he's
for the
fantastic.
playoffs.
Okay.
Score
Dash,
prediction.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say Dash, man. Give me a score prediction real quick.
Oh man, every week it's the same. Giants win 24-14.
24-14. Okay, Rob, what's your score prediction?
Giants win 35-17.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all know I don't do score, but I will say Giants will win. Yeah, whatever. Giants are going to win. And they will win by 2 touchdowns.
Oh, first time all
2
year.
touchdowns.
Yes,
It'll be the first time. I think this will be an opportunity for the New York Football Giants offense to get up off their ass and take advantage of the fact that Detroit's defense is a little bit suspect. I do think that our defense is going to make enough key stops to enable us to win this game. So I feel confident that I can say Giants by 2 touchdowns. Cool.
TD,
So listen, y'all.
Says you blitz us, and St. Brown gonna torch you.
Okay.
I'm glad he's back.
I'm glad he's out there, and I hope
Can't
that
wait to see
your
him.
first. I hope your
wait to
second
see him.
first overall pick plays too. With Jameson Williams, I hope both of those motherfuckers play because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Jesus Christ, it's weird.
St. Brown will be a
Sorry.
non-factor. The only type of plays he's making, TD, are girls, baby.
Jesus. So listen, y'all, we greatly appreciate y'all coming and spending some time with us on a Wednesday night. It's time for us to go back to our real lives. Okay, my wife is waiting for me, so I'm not going to keep her waiting much longer. Y'all know how the game go. So listen, make sure that you are hitting the like. Make sure that you are hitting the subscribe button. Make sure you are following Big Dash. Big Dash, where can they find you?
It's Big Dash Knows on all social media platforms. And of course, here on YouTube.
Big Dash knows
Dash
what?
knows.
New York Giants football. Let's go.
Holla. So listen, make sure you do all that. Thank you very much for supporting us, man. We are
Absolutely,
all
man.
greatly appreciative of your guys' time. We hope you guys have a good weekend. Man, because homeboy over here about to have twins. That's crazy. So listen, for Big Dash and RZeroB, it's your boy, Pest the Analyst, and we will get up with you guys later. Doses.